Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. My channel is a haul most Saturdays at 5 o'clock, and I upload random things during the week depending on what's going on in my life at the moment. And there's no like schedule for that, like no set days, no set amount of videos or vlogs or whatever. It just depends what's happening at the time. So if you, and I need to get out here at the beginning. I have a habit once this camera comes on of just talking, and you know, it could be rubbish most of the time. So if you enjoy that type of thing and you enjoy today's video, you can subscribe down there somewhere if you want to be part of our YouTube family here, and give me a like if you enjoyed today's video, and you can comment anything you like down below, downstairs I was gonna say, down below, comment section. If you've got any questions or you just want to chat between each other, whatever it is, it's fine. So so we work on a budget. £60 a week is my budget. Few weeks I've been right up there. We're about 40 something. Got my receipts, always leave them here. I haven't added things up and stuff like that because my brain's all over the place. You know, I'm not going to apologise for that. I'm going through stuff. Look at the previous video, you'll understand. I'm not going to harp on about it, but it does affect everything. That, you know, it affects you. It's affecting my brain. Like trying to keep a straight thought is just a joke at the moment. But I was going to mention that as well. Yeah, I'm going to jump all over the place. You know, depending on what's going on in your life, it affects your shop. You know, because if it's Christmas, your shop's going to be different to what it would be during the year, or if you've got, I don't know, somebody's birthday is going to be different. So my shop is not the best this week. I do go with the list. If there's something that's not on the list, and I think, because you know how you do that thing, you convince yourself you're going to remember something. If it's not the list, I'm not going to remember it. I don't usually put things on like bread or milk because they're like standard things that I would assume I'm just going to know that we need those things. So there may be things here that I didn't think of picking up because it didn't go on the list. Oh, did I say? I can't remember where we are. Let me start again with this. £60 is our budget. I spent £32.20 in Asda, and I spent £9.25 in Iceland. I know there's some people that do like to add things up as you go along. If you add it up, you won't get the correct number that I've just given you, because I do donate 3 items every week to the food bank, which is at Asda. So it's not here, because if I bring it home to show you those items, it takes me so long to get them back to the food bank. You know, I forget them, they sit around the house, so I just donate them straight away. So this week oh god, got to remember now, what did I pick up? I think I did a tin of spaghetti, yes, spaghetti, tin of beans, and a shower gel. I thought a shower gel was quite good because you can use it for soap and washing your hair and all that sort of stuff, can't you? Because, you know, we've all been there at some point when we've had to do it, so I know it works fine. So yeah, that's what I donated this week, so that's not on the total. One thing I noticed, I just wanted to, I hope I've got my numbers right, I just wanted to mention the cheese. So you know, I get the big block of cheese. This is where the numbers come in. Okay, so it's 825 grams. If I remember all this, I'm going to be so impressed. Mature cheddar slab cheese. And it's now $4.40. I don't know if it was $4.40 when I last got it. It's $4.40 now. I feel like it was $4.20 last week. So it's $4.40 now. Again, it's gone up. They didn't have that size slab. Now, they did have smaller slabs that I've not seen before. So that's what they're doing. They're screwing us over yet again. So the smaller slab is 400 grams. So less than half. And it is £2.65. So if you double that, that's £5.30 for an 800 gram. Bear in mind, we get an 825. So £5.30. So they're adding, I'm trying to do my maths as I'm talking because I've not worked it out. £5.30 I said, didn't I? 4.40, so 90p. Yeah, 90p. On top of what the big slab would be, plus you're getting 25 grams less. So yes, as usual, they're screwing us over. I didn't get one because there is still the tickets there for the larger ones, so maybe they're still going to have them, maybe they've just got stock and they'll get rid of them, and then I feel like they're going to go for the smaller ones now because they're going to make so much money doing it that way. So yeah, no cheese, even though I actually do need cheese. I am going to pop up again at some point. I feel like I didn't do very well, even though I got everything that I need, I guess. I will need to go back for bread. They only had bread that was 2 days on it, so I didn't want to pick it up. I think that's everything. The shop was fine. I couldn't get any pizzas. The whole section was empty, so I don't know if it was there's a pizza issue or a freezer issue. So no pizzas, so Corey's not going to be impressed. He's used to his like weekly pizza or two. So no pizzas. Everything was fine, like stocks of everything is fine. And that's it. I feel like I've forgotten stuff. If I did, it won't be a biggie anyway, will it? I mean, there can't be anything major, it's a shopping haul. So let's do the haul then. So this is our fresh section, as I do say it every time because I know there might be new viewers, so I just buy what I need. A lot of things don't go bad as quickly as you think, so I still have onions from I can't even remember when I bought them, this so long ago, and my tomatoes are still good. I've got lettuce, it's still good. I've got lots of frozen vegetables, so if I don't need it, I'm not going to buy it. I picked up a cucumber this week. I do pickle my cucumber, as I've mentioned before. I slice it all straight away and put it in a pot. Corey did have some the other week, but he's really not into it that much, so there's no point in me keeping any to the side for him. He wouldn't eat pickled. He's not a pickly person, so he wouldn't eat pickled cucumber, but if I pickle it, I'll get through a whole cucumber in a week, which is clearly good for you to have cucumber. Maybe not pickling it all the time, but otherwise this would probably last me like 3 weeks, so I enjoy it that way, so that's what I do with that. I've got a red onion. There was a couple of recipes, can't remember most of them obviously. This was I just picked the single one up because I didn't need more than that. 17p. Specifically needed a red onion. I'm gonna do chickpea sandwich filler, because I can't think what to have in sandwiches. I'm really not into meat, so I'm just struggling, and I googled something and red onion kept coming up, so I guess I'm gonna have red onion in sandwiches this week. I got some more potatoes. This is the £1.25, all these numbers, £1.25. It's just your basic cheapy white potatoes, 2.5 kilogram. I did a big pot of mash, thoroughly enjoyed it. Had a decent couple of meals this week, and Corey enjoyed it too, so I just thought let's do some more mash. It's really easy, isn't it? Like, you can just do a pot of it and it lasts for a few days, so yep, love that stuff. 4 pint of milk is pretty much what me and Corey get through in a week. We've actually been having pasta as well, so you know, we managed to get to a couple of things of pasta out of that, and all of our teas and coffees, so it's doing us pretty good at the moment, and that's £1.65 still at the moment. I said at the moment a lot there. I realised I didn't know I was running out. I'm out of crinkle cut beetroot. I do like to have spares of things, and I keep forgetting to do it. This is £1 something. How much was it? I got it early on in my shop. £1.20. Now, I always get the crinkle cut. Just having it cut differently when it's pickled, it sort of softens it slightly. If you get the straight, I mean, guess you would only know if you tried them both together. If you get the straight cut or the crinkle cut is softer, so I don't know if it just like absorbs the juices differently and it softens it up, but I enjoy it more that way. It's way better. Sliced carrots, I just picked up a tin, 34p. That's a lot of money. It's a small tin as well. I mean, they're usually what, 400 gram tins? This is 300, but it's 195 grams drained. 34p. I just can't remember if I've got it in the cupboard or not. I have no idea what it would be used for anyway, but I just picked one up. Corey really enjoys these. These are 75p each. They're the chocolate, like a corner where you have like your yogurty bit. In this case, it's like a chocolate, not mousse, it's just chocolate. It's not yogurt either, is it? I can't think of the word. You know what I mean, don't you? I hope you do. And then on the other side you have, like, in this case this is dairy milk, so it'd be dairy milk chunks in it, and you tip it over and put it in there if you want to eat it that way. So it's like corners, but it's a chocolatey versions. They're 75p, or you can get 3 for £2. So I've got a flake one, a mini eggs, and a dairy milk. I got another margarine. Again, I don't really need this. I don't know, I'm trying really hard to think of something to distract myself, and I hope that I'll manage it. But I know I've mentioned for a few weeks I've been thinking about baking, haven't been thinking about it. I think about it when I shop and when I haul, and then it just goes out my brain. But it's Easter soon, isn't it? So maybe morale at work's really crap, as it usually is in work, and I thought maybe something Eastery, cakey or something, because it cheers people up. Possibly, don't know, but I mean, it's £1.10 for this one. It's absolutely fine. This was absolutely, you know, it's the cheapest one I can find at the moment. Yeah, and this stuff lasts for ages because it's good until June. So it's not a bad thing stocking up before the prices of that go up as well. So it's sort of double whammy with that one. Try and save money also. I got cream cheese. Didn't really have a particular reason for that again. I feel like maybe there was something I'd seen at some point, but I just can't locate the information in my brain. I did look at the Philadelphia. That is my favourite. It's a texture thing really, but it's so ridiculously expensive when it's not on a deal. And they didn't have the cheaper version. I would have got the cheap Asda one because it's absolutely decent, but this was the only one they had. They didn't have the other one. And I believe this was £1.30. I'm just checking my receipts to make sure I can give you the most accurate prices at the time. Yes, £1.30, and this is a 200 gram. This is absolutely fine as well. Tomato puree, we use this for the pasta, so I've used quite a lot of this at the moment. This has gone up. I feel like this was like 30 or 40p last time I bought it. It is now 60p. I mean, everything's going up, so it's just tiring saying it all the time, isn't it? Again, another price rise. This was 33p last time I bought it. It's now 40. I've mentioned before that I used to get the Hartley's jam. That was my favourite, and I would only ever buy that when it was on £1. But obviously, even the low prices on things aren't the low price anymore. And I'd stopped eating this because it was too sugary. So I just thought randomly, because I do that with products every now and again, try the cheap version, because sometimes they change the recipes or whatever, and this is a really nice one. It has a good strawberry taste and it's not too sugary. So for 40p, save your money, and it's nice. So win-win. Picked up 2 more pot noodles. Haven't actually eaten any pot noodles this week, so we've got a couple in there. Well, a couple, more than a couple. But they're still 70p, which is the lowest price they will go. We do like to have pot noodles in the cupboard, just for, you know, they're good for if you want a snack and you don't want a meal, or to go with a meal, whatever. It's just good to have it in. So whilst they're still on sale, I just thought I'd pick up a couple more. I can't remember which ones we've got in the cupboard, so I just picked up my favourite sweet and sour, because it's never a bad thing if it's your favourite to have a lot of them. So I've got sweet and sour, and I picked up a chow mein. I mean, there isn't a bad... Oh no, I was going to say there isn't a bad pot noodle. That really hot one is really hot. Would not eat that one, so I would say that was bad because it's too hot. But all the rest of them are good. Lemonade is Corey's thing now, so we're saving a lot of money on his fizzy, because he used to have, you know, if you remember, he used to have Dr. Peppers. Is it Dr. Pepper? Yeah, because I always used to call it Pepsi. Dr. Peppers, which, you know, would be on a deal, maybe £3. Then he went to Coke, so we would only get one of them, but I still £2.30 for that. These are the cheapest ones they do in Asda now. They used to do like a 19, 20p one. Now this is the cheapest. It's 60p, but still 2 of them is only £1.20. Yeah, £1.20. So we're saving a lot of money, and he really enjoys these. I do have to say that I know I was going to do an Aldi. We are going to do an Aldi at some point, but I think Corey's getting paid soon, so he wants to go when he gets paid as well. We're going to do stock ups. I think Aldi drinks are better, and they're 49p, so save in if you go to Aldi for the fizzy, and it's really good, decent fizzy. So we will stock up then to keep us going, because then apart from the fact I don't have to lug it home every day, we'll be saving money. So I picked myself up an Orange Crush, and this one is actually 80p. Milk chocolate digestives, I don't know. I just picked them up. Habit, I guess. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. I was thinking about an awful lot. So some things I did, and some were just... this must have been a habit. 85p for this one. I did look at the McVitie's price. They're £1.50. So it's jumping up there now, isn't it? So it gets too close. I'm going to jump over to a different company. But these are actually really decent. If you've not tried them, they're a really good chocolate digestive. Oh, so this one was... long story for everything with me, isn't it? We bought Kit Kats last week. Remember I said that I want to buy snacks that are in their own packets to go in our pot that we have now. And I bought Kit Kats last week. The caramel ones, not a fan at all. I will not be eating them. So I didn't want to get Kit Kats this week, and I found these. These are actually, I don't know how much the original price is of these, but this packet at the moment is on a deal for £1. It's the caramel one, because I do like caramel, I just didn't like the Kit Kat. And this is actually like a biscuit with a little bit of caramel. I don't know if you can see it on the picture, it doesn't show much of it, and then chocolate around the outside. I think I've had Rockies before, and I think they're decent. I can't remember, but there's 8 in there for £1, so that's pretty decent. And they're individually wrapped, so they'll go in the pot. As I said, we've been having pasta. I didn't realise we'd actually run out of pasta. I never actually run out of pasta. When I say run out of pasta, I run out of Corey's one, because this is the one Corey likes all of the time. This is like his go-to. 41p, it's the cheapest one, which is even better. It's just he likes the shapes. But we did have one of these in the cupboard, because I do like different shaped pastas. I don't normally have it so much, even though I have been eating a lot more pasta recently. So Corey used this because that pasta was gone, and this is actually 95p. It's a lot of money, but texture wise it was really, really nice to have a change, and Corey thoroughly enjoyed it. So this is going to be like our, when you want a little bit more luxury, I guess, because that's a lot of money, isn't it? 500 grams, 95p, or you can get 500 grams, 41, and it's just the shape really. But like I said, it did feel like a little bit more luxury. So, you know, we're under budget. I can afford to do it if we're under budget. And just plain, absolutely plain bagels. It was the price. They're 49p. The ones I get are, I can't even remember the actual full price. I get the brand that I can't remember that either. Cheese and chive ones, which are very, very nice. Is it cheese and chives or cheese and red onion? Something like that. And they're very, very nice. But they're only ever on a deal. £1.25 if they're on a deal, which is the cheapest. 49p for these. You get 5 of them. They're plain bagel, but I've got the cheese. So, I mean, these all sit in the freezer, and you just take one out at a time, and we're using it as and when. So they last a long time as well. Toilet roll, just, you know, I didn't buy any last week. I want to keep my stocks up, and this is £1.99. It's absolutely fine. In this household, we've always used this type of thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I guess if you use a really expensive, soft 20 ply or whatever it is, I don't even know what it is because I don't look. Maybe you could tell the difference, but these are absolutely fine. Now, this is actually something I have done a lot of research on, because I was going to show you, and every time I think about it, you know, I forget. But you know, I think about YouTube, I forget. I've got a lot of my jumpers. It's always the jumpers. I've got these marks. They go in the wash fine. They come out, and they've got these like water sort of marks on it. And I couldn't figure it out because it's only my jumpers that are doing it, and now Corey's jumpers are doing it. And I think it's because I use a gel or I use a liquid, and it goes in the little round tub thingy that goes in the machine, and I think that's what's causing it. From my research, it looks like it's the oils are not dispersing or something like that. So I don't know if they're completely ruined. But washing powder, I'm thinking maybe won't do that. Apparently washing powder is a lot stronger than the gels and the liquids as well, and because Corey works in a warehouse, his clothes get extremely dirty. So I thought this would be a good idea to give it a go. Now you get a 45 washes in that, and it's £2.76. I do want to get a bio, not a non-bio really, because I was doing a lot of research. So the bio is, it would work better on stains, but it's not very good on colours. It can take the colours out, whereas a non-bio isn't so strong, so it's better on the colours. But that really doesn't matter because it's his work clothes. I don't know, I just felt like a bio would work better for his work stuff. But you can't seem to get the bios and the cheap ones so easily. So just thought we'll give this one a go. I've got a whole load of jumpers now that I literally cannot use because they just look like they're dirty, and it's not, it's just this funny stain. So I'm going to give it a go. If you've got any tips below, you know what I'm talking about because it's happened to you. Like I said, it's only my jumpers, so it's something to do with the jumper material. If you've got any tips on how I can get the marks out, I'm just going to give them a wash on their own with this stuff. See if that makes a difference and it takes it out. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to maybe pre-treat them with something. But I don't know what, because I have used Vanish and stuff and it's not done anything because it's not an actual stain, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, if you've got any tips down below, please let me know about that one, because I've got so many jumpers. I live in my jumpers. I'm always cold and I don't want to have to go out and buy a whole load more jumpers. Just the normal crisps, I always get £3.35 for a 24 pack, You get 6 prawn cocktail, 6 cheese and onion, and 6 salt of vinegar, and 6 ready salted. Again, this will be something we stock up in Aldi because you get a 30 pack for, I think it's £3.69, but you get a 30 pack for a little bit. Yeah, I think value wise it's better to do. I just picked up 1 cheese and tomato pasta. We are running our freezer down a little bit. It would be nice to have the space so I can stock up again, possibly Aldi when that happens. I'm not going to commit to when because I don't know. Just picked steak and gravy pies up for Corey. I couldn't think what to get. Corey eats a lot of frozen food during the week. It's just easier when he gets in from work to shove something in the oven. And just because of the way I shop, I have certain price brackets for things, and things are getting up there at my happy places. So I didn't feel like I did very well for Corey. He'll manage. We've got stuff, you know, he'll manage with whatever we've got, but I do need to think, write a decent list out or something. But £1.45 for 2 steak bakes. I've really got hardly any veggie products in my freezer, so I'm finding it increasingly hard to, I mean, just think about meals generally is increasingly hard normally, but not having any choices makes it harder. I stood there for a long time. The prices of veggie products is more expensive to get meat products, and I do compare the two. I mean, I did want to get some fake bacon. They're £2.25. It's disgusting. So picked this one up. It was just a random, I don't think I've ever tried this. It's curried chicken fillets, and it was £1.75. There's 4 in there. I have no meal plan idea. I mean, that actually does look really good. I just don't have the wrap, but it does look good. And that one is everything I picked up in Asda. I actually went to Iceland before that, so I'd forgotten I'd bought more snacks, but that's not an issue in this house at the moment. These were both £1 each, so there were 6 chocolate brownies and 6 choc chip muffins, and they're individually wrapped again, so they can go in my pot. I'm consciously looking for individually wrapped bad food for you. Cheesy beans and sausage. Corey enjoys this one. This is it £1, I think? Wrong receipt. Yes, it's £1. I got chicken breast fries for Corey, and this one is £2. It's just random stuff. There was no particular reason to any of this. Gravy was on my list because I didn't realise I ran out. Now, I always get Bisto. I've tried the cheap one. I don't like it. It's a texture thing with Bisto. You can get a lot thicker with a lot less granules, and I just enjoy it a lot more. But Bisto is expensive, so this is actually £3. This is the best deal I could find. It was a lot cheaper than, I think it was £4.50 for an equivalent in Asda. And this is a 30% extra free one for £3. I mean, we don't get through gravy too often. It's not like a very regular thing I have to buy, because we don't really eat foods where we need it too often. So it's not terrible. And I bought the McCoys. I was going to buy chips. I was looking at the weights. They're screwing us over. They've got this whole thing with chips. You know how I was buying, I don't know if you remember, or if you're new here, I was buying the smaller bag for £1 because it was 90 grams. Was it 90 grams? I'm going to get my numbers a little bit wrong. Anyway, it worked out. If you've got 2 of the smaller ones, you pay £2, and you'd get more weight than the larger one, which was £2.50 or something like that. Something along those lines. But they've changed it. Now they've got only the large one, and they're saying it's a big value bag. But it's 1.5 for £2.50, I believe. It didn't work out it was more value than the other way of doing it. So again, these companies and their numbers. But this is something Corey really enjoys. So this is the McCoys flame grilled steak flavour. They are actually very nice, because you know a lot of the time they put flavoured on potato products, and you can't taste it much, or it doesn't taste like what you would expect. This is actually very nice. Now, I picked it up thinking it was £2.50. Was pleasantly surprised. It's actually a 700 gram. It says £2.50 on the ticket on the freezer, but he scanned through at £1.25. So I was thinking of going back, but I didn't. Now I'm thinking I should. Hopefully it won't be gone up. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to pop in town and get a couple of bits. I mean, I don't need to. Look at that lot. There's only 2 of us. There's a lot of food there. Plus we've got a freezer and cupboard and fridge, and we have a lot of food. It's not a biggie. Okay, so that's another week's shopping done. Didn't particularly have any meal ideas behind anything. It was all just random. There were a few bits off of my list. I did actually complete all my list except some painkillers. For some reason, you just can't get the painkillers I'm after. I'm just after a soluble Cocodamol. I cannot get them for love nor money in this place. I don't understand it. But it's the only thing that really helps with what I'm going through. Just certain pains, you need certain tablets, and that's what does it, and I can't get it anywhere. So anyway, that was the only thing I couldn't get that was on the list. Everything I actually did complete off the list, which is quite unusual. Yeah, hope the prices helped you out with, you know, wherever you're shopping. And that's everything. I've actually run out of things to say. So I hope you're, oh, just realised I'm recording this on a Friday. As you know, I do it the day before, and I just realised it's the 1st of April tomorrow. So I hope, I wouldn't like to get pranked by anybody. I am one of them people, I don't see the funny side of it. I hope if you enjoy a prank, it went well. And if you don't, it didn't happen to you. So are we supposed to say Happy Fool's Day? Is that, oh God, that doesn't even sound right. Whatever it is, it's the 1st of April. Hope it was a nice day for you. Let's hope in England we get a bit of sun, because it's literally been raining the entire day. I kid you not, it has not stopped raining all day. We're ready for some sun. Come on, April. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. I am sending out good vibes as I always do, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.